Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Fallout 3. Let's continue. So, there's really no time to waste. We are walking towards the minefield, which is to say we are pretty much going to try and just avoid um, going towards the end area or anywhere that's pretty dangerous. We may very well just have to change our choice and go to Arfie. Um, Now there's a road here we can see on the map that indicates you would be able to transfer over, but the actual reality of this is kind of lacking. Why is there like why are there's little uh antennas sticking out of this mole rat? Or I guess the mole rats do just have these kind of hairs to them. Hmm. Hmm. I'm not going to leave this group of mole rats alone. Instead, I'm going to choose to kill all of these. That being said, I don't think mole rat meat is particularly worth my time. Like logs like this probably don't mean anything. Trees like this probably don't mean anything. We probably will never find another hollowed out rock throughout the entire game. I suspect for debugging reasons there probably are a few of them littered around the map, but the one we found actually feels more like it was supposed to be something we found. You were supposed to find. Alright, well, let's not cripple our legs by breaking them and jumping down. So we're going to be fairly careful. And pretty much when you're in the wasteland, you might as well just always have your gun pulled. And we're going to try to avoid actually stepping on the water so we don't get any radiation. And just do a little hop, hop, hop. I think I just clipped through all of that. Alright, so that seems like that worked as far as our stats. Now our radiation is up to 1, which that may very well just go away over after a while. It is weird, to say the least, that the map is effectively showing you a layout of the world what would have been hundreds of years in the past, but I guess maybe because it's a Pip-Boy from the Vault 101, it is just showing you how they expect the world to have been. Inherently, it needs to be mentioned that the whole concept of fallout shelters, even in the real world, never actually made any sense. They would not have saved people. This is a radioactive zone. Um, it's practically impossible to get enough supplies and resources to stay in a fallout shelter long enough for it to have actually saved you. If you were even safe from a fallout shelter, you're just doomed to probably starving to death. Anyways, as soon as you get out of there, because it's not like you're going to wander out of a fallout shelter and then find a Garden of Eden. You're going to find an environment after a nuclear winter not unlike what we see here. What is that? taking a little bit of a side quest here to see if there's something here we can find. We would need a lockpick of 50 to get in there, and now I'm just getting irradiated. Alright. So we found another city, although, or culmination of see, rounds, bottle caps, Chinese pistol. Yeah, we'll just take everything there. I kind of wish the game evolved itself a little bit better. Somebody's shooting lasers, but I don't know who or where. I have a Protectron with an 11% chance of hitting him. Yeah, that didn't work. And we're in danger mode. So our radar does like show us enemies in a general direction. These robots are basically programmed to protect different things. And when we search this, we get some scrap metal and an energy cell, so not really getting a lot from those. And he's probably a character that once again would have been better off if I had used the stronger gun on him. You don't get those opportunities though. That's one of the things that I think falls apart around the concept of this being a real RPG compared to something like more of the JRPGs. I can certainly see why people may be unhappy with the amount of vicious dogs attacking you and that you end up having to shoot. Because it feels like a more turn-based experience in a JRPG would let you swap out guns and just pause time a little bit more. Where, yes, I can go in the vats and fire on people, and that's somewhat appreciated. You don't have like the correcting factors to say, oh, this guy's really strong, let's swap out and do something, do some more damage, or let's fire with a different weapon. Like, there are some basic ideas here that you would see in other games, almost certainly, where you would have several different... What's in the lawnmower? A lawnmower blade. It's a heavy thing. Like, in most games you would have a setup in which you could have multiple weapons and ready to go on the D-pad, and that's just not the case here. This oddly is not getting labeled as a city. Like, you kind of would have assumed that that would have marked something by now. Okay, well, we see a big red thing. And we're still working our way to the minefield, so let's go check out what this big red thing is. I can see a mole rat. And you might as well just wait until these guys are ready to find the pathfinding and attack me. And we'll do a little bit of grinding. This is some kind of truck, I guess. Meanwhile, yeah, I just don't know how close I want to get to an enemy or let an enemy get to me. So this is either a tractor or a truck of some sort, some future tractor or truck. But it doesn't actually look very special. I'm seeing some visual effects on the screen that I don't know if maybe my monitor is dirty or what. Doesn't seem like anything's really there. We've walked kind of a long way. Like halfway there, and we have not found anything new to mark on the map. Which seems weird. Alright. As much as they like the animation here, they often will animate you just missing when you actually hit the people. Alright. So we found some raiders. You have to press the right stick to switch to different people. I keep forgetting that. Meanwhile, this guy's going to, or this girl's going to I think we'll fairly quickly here run out of stuff that we can carry and become over encumbered. I don't hate the idea of there being small bands of raiders. That makes a lot of sense. In fact, we probably should have run into 2 or 3 times as many, and they should have just been a little bit weaker. This may be a kind of huge camp full of people, which that would be probably a little too much, as if we walked up here, we discovered a new area, and then there was like 60 or 70 enemies. Alright. Here, a dog. Yeah, and you can definitely see some pop in. I'm not sure if we really see any pop out, but when I walked further down here, some things popped in. Alright, well, is there any reason to not just check out the scrapyard? It wouldn't be a terrible idea if this was a area where it was another city, more of an open world city. I think that's something that Fallout 4 addresses a little bit better too, is that you have less of the transitions from inside and outside of buildings. But yeah, if there was another base here, that would be fine by me. Instead of Megaton being basically your only base to operate out of. This whole scrapyard seems big. There's dog meat. Dog meat is a named character. And we could use a companion, so let's see if we can convince dog meat to join us.
Only a fucking cow would howl.
Seriously? Yeah, I was thinking these people might talk to me. But nameless raiders. Dog meat may very well be killing all of these people. And I may have to do something more extreme than just talking to him to convince him to join my side as a companion. Let's see if we maybe can look at a local map. Yeah. It's really not showing a lot. It does kind of feel like you're getting a very bad experience here. Once again with Fallout, where I'm just wandering and looking around, just trying to figure out what the game even wants from me, or when is the game going to give me a quest to actually do anything, or which of these buildings might actually matter. But there's a door here that requires a key. I assume we don't have the key. So you would think that a slightly better designed quest here would leave some kind of breadcrumb as to what to do. Or that you'd run into somebody that would have a note on them or something. Skyrim probably went a little too crazy in that direction, and you would find a whole bunch of people with all the exact same note on them over and over again, pointing you in that specific direction that the game wanted you to go. But yeah, I would prefer that. I think what we'll have to do is we'll just take some radiation now and then, and we'll occasionally take rad away to remove radiation. So either I'm supposed to run on top of this, or I'm supposed to get to the top of this building, or it doesn't mean anything and that's just the crane fell over. Dog meat we did see, but then he kind of ran away. And this may just be a case where I started on the backside of a map, and frankly I would prefer to just have had a fence all the way around if that was the problem. This building feels like it's just a giant dumpster. And I don't particularly like the day-night cycle. I'll point that out again. It's sort of pretty to be at dusk, but once you start to get really dark, I'm not enthralled with that idea of it just being darker for the sake of some immersion, when there's just so much other game-breaking lack of immersion in this game anyways. A lot of cars. It's almost like they felt like they needed to really justify how much they used car models, because they're not really used in that much. Unless dog meat has run away or been killed, I kind of have to question what's going on here. Can this? get us up? Yes, it can. Does that perhaps mean then there will be something that we could jump back down? I don't think so. Here you can hear a lot of crickets making sound in the sound effects, and it's very standard video game noises, but you'd half expect in the Fallout universe for there to be just giant crickets. Yeah, I don't get it. Here's dog meat. Whimper. Bark, bark. I lost my dad. You're pretty friendly, aren't you, boy? I guess your old master must have taken pretty good care of you. Pant, pant. I can be your new master. Would you like that, boy? Let's see. Bark, bark, bark. So. Now, we can talk to dog meat. Can you find something for me? Find Kim's, find ammo, find a weapon. Never mind. Ooh. Good boy, dog meat. Dog meat. Okay. So now we've got dog meat as a companion. And he's just gonna follow me. And the only thing I could think, yep, he's just gonna follow behind us, is if we could now run over here to this building and see if maybe he can find the keys for us to let us in the building. Hammer. Yeah. Are you gonna react, dog meat? No. Okay. Take that scrap metal. Is a whetstone really worth anything? Take scrap metal. Let's just make sure there wasn't any other scrap metal. That seems too easy. But whatever. And then we're going to a minefield to potentially blow up dog meat. So maybe we should send him home and go to Megaton and fast travel to Megaton and then leave dog meat just safe and sound, since we know he can die. He's not the best companion as far as actual conflict or anything like that. I don't think he can hold any inventory. He's not going to hold any conversation for you. So yeah, let's just take our pet dog to Megaton fairly quickly once we get to the area, and then we'll fast travel back. So we just need to make it to the minefield, and then we'll fast travel to Megaton. Dog meat still with me? Taking his sweet time. Meanwhile, we want to be fairly careful to not accidentally walk directly in the minefield, which is probably this city. So we'll just pay real close attention and to the top left side of the city, of the top left of the screen. Actually, if we could just maybe tell them to stay here. Let's see, how do we want to handle this? No, we should just fast travel. Doesn't matter. Fast travel to... I mean, in a lot of ways, we could probably fast travel to the Super Duper Mart. Grab a bunch of stuff. And then...
Back off. Don't push your luck, stranger.
Let's see. These are probably pretty empty. Let's just open this and take everything. And then can't carry it all, but maybe we can repair some things. Get our repair up and just see how much we can. Yeah, that has already got our weight down low enough, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay. So we can just leave that and then overwhelmed off the megaton. Okay. Let's go in here and let's quickly check to see if there's a still empty. Yes, it is. And dog meat. Let's see if we can get Waddington and dog meat out of the same areas. Alright, dog meat. Let's see. Wait for me at Vault 101. Alright, there we go. So we have now just left dog meat in our shop, safe and sound. And I'll count that as a role-playing decision to not potentially have a companion as a dog.
Yes?
We may have some scrap we can sell to this guy. We haven't really looked around this area to see if there's...
Yes, that's locked. And yes, I can see you eyeing it.
Leo stall. Is this the guy that...
Hey, hey, nice to see you. Everything okay? You doing all right? You need something? Come on, talk to me.
What are you doing in here? This isn't the guy.
Nothing. I'm not doing anything. Leave me alone. Talk to you later, buddy.
Yeah, where's the other guy? He must just be wandering around. since he can take a break. Clearside supply. One of the things they don't tell you, amongst the many things they don't tell you, is that you can get a well-rested perk.
Hello.
And you can get that by sleeping, where in a lot of ways the game wouldn't otherwise encourage you
What's up?
to sleep. So we can recover our money. In fact, probably it would be better just to find a shelf. It's interesting you have these books, but you can't really do anything with it. And just put everything everything that we may have away to deal with all of that later. I kind of would like the caps some more.
It appears you've been wounded, madam. May I suggest you seek medical attention as soon as possible?
Let's see. Bed. Sleep. Right now it is 4 a.m. So if we wait till like 10 a.m. and sleep, we might as well just go a full 8 hours. It doesn't really matter about the time, unlike Fallout 1 where there was a real time limit. Like, I don't think things happen. So now we have a well-rested perk.
Going well with you today, madam.
As a status effect. Let's see. Effects well-rested plus 10% XP. Which, I guess that's fine. There's no reason why we would want to slow down the amount of XP we're getting. But once you hit level 30, you hit level 30 anyway, so it kind of doesn't matter.
Yeah, what is it?
And we'll definitely see that.
Well, all right. Let me count out your caps.
Yeah, it had only 3 scrap metal. Some of these lines of
Well,
dialogue
back to work.
are being saved, which is going to just make the save files even bigger. As you're desperately going to try and...
How are those hot little potatoes? Because, you know, they're on the ground, like potatoes, and hot because they, explode. Anyway, what's up? It's not just because they say the place is haunted, is it? Because that's no reason to avoid the place. Ghosts don't exist. But landmines do. Oh boy, do they. And that's what we need to study.
There is definitely some visual differences between these 3D models in the background. It feels like the entire background world, they just take a shot and freeze everything.
Sure thing.
Yeah, the way the dialogue is shown, as far as prompts, it does make me wonder if we are going to end up I had a lot of junk here. Keep the pre-war money. Get rid of everything else. Yeah, it definitely makes me wonder if I'm going to end up just wasting a lot of time trying to talk to people once I start to run out of other ideas. Let's see. Damage resistance 3 versus this. Notice that the motorcycle helmet actually weighs less and is in a lesser condition. So get rid of that. Get rid of that. Here you have a barter outfit. Which arguably I should be wearing the barter outfit, but I'm not. There's no way to equip it from inside the menu. So security helmet versus this helmet. Okay. Now, there's something here I didn't want to give up. I mean, there's almost an argument for holding on to these, but not really. Okay. So now, I don't really want to buy a missile launcher from her, which may be a one-time use item. I don't think it is, but I would like to buy more leather armor from her. Want to get rid of the beer, the bud packs, the food, the dirty water. It really would have been nice if you could just mark things as special, such as stim packs, and you could just get rid of all 8 things otherwise. Seems like some of these items are staying around. So the game is either considering these items important, and so they're keeping them in the inventory, or it's just going to take them a while to stop offering them. Because, like, yeah, those radiation suit. Seems like you could just continuously come back and buy it. The question, I suppose, is if I was to buy something for the house, can I afford it? A workbench. Okay. If I was going to do that, then I would need to sell a lot of things. Which I think probably means I can't afford a workbench. Okay. And then let's see. What is the most expensive thing that we sold? That's like 200 caps even of 205. Okay. Then let's sell 10 of these. So that's exactly 205. That just
Good
cleans it up.
hunting. See ya.
Hmm. Which maybe we can come down to the clinic and sell the other thing. Leather armor can be improved. This helmet can be equipped. And this can be equipped. And let's see. That one and that one. Meanwhile, the Badlands armor can be sold. That's pretty much it. So going in here and trying to talk to this guy. Does he have a bobblehead?
For a reason. Don't get any ideas.
Yeah, it'd be kind of funny if he did have a bobblehead, but nope, I don't think so. Yeah, I suspect there's probably not a bobblehead
You came in
in
here on your own power,
Megaton.
so you must not be busted up too bad.
Let's see. How much to heal
Sure
radiation?
can. Quick and easy. Only 100 caps.
That's too
If
much.
that's the way you want it, it's all the same to me. Not quite as good as that vault stuff you're used to, but it'll do you.
Okay. So this bandit armor is valued at 99, and I'm selling it for like 50. Interesting. Didn't realize I was getting that bad of a deal. Yeah, but it kind of doesn't matter either. Yeah, because they don't have enough money in their storefront. Let's see. And I would need like 14 of these. I may at some point realize that I need darts.
You done? Good. Try not to hurt yourself.
What is our status now as far as radiation? We have 21 radiation and it would cost 100. That's really crazy. Okay, can we, from this point, now fast travel to a minefield? Yes, so we don't even have to leave the building. So we're back into the game, but between trading and walking, it's taken 45 minutes for something that I would have ideally liked to have seen taking less than 25. Okay. So this is minefield. And we are going to try and investigate things. Here's the assassin's hand of Skyrim. Probably should never actually try it directly in the center. Raider. Take everything from him. We have a pre-war book. That's valuable. Here's what TVs look like. Here's a model home, which is very hard. Interesting. And it's locked. We can sit in a ruined chair. Interesting. You have blown out computer desks. Tumblers today is another book to read. So we're getting rewarded quite a bit by looking at this whole thing. This is another one of the video game tropes of mirrors always being broken and no reflections. Ray tracing now being the new hotness in video rendering technology has really opened the door to a lot of games that will start having reflections. And particularly for an RPG where we spent like 20 minutes thinking about what our character would look like, I can definitely see a potential future where more people will appreciate those custom character generations. So this guy was bleeding and like dragged himself into the house and then locked himself in here, is what it looks like. If that's not the case, then who knows? We will want to keep an eye out. It's another pre-war book. We'll definitely want to keep an eye out for a mine. So this kid had crutches. I guess in this universe there's probably a slightly higher chance that people would be on crutches. Because, yeah. Just take all of those. There is a safe. And we have a couple in bed in this queen size bed. We'll want to keep an eye out for when the well rested bonus ends also. Grimy pre-war business war. And so yeah, they're trying to do the whole environmental storytelling. How many bobby pins do I have? 34? Yep. Let's see. So if we find any more pre-war books. Since we've already found a couple, that hints to me that there is a decent chance we'll find some more. Yep. I would assume the game would tell me if the pre-war books. You can also tell that this safe could only be that thick. As thick as that wall. It would be nice if there was a like sense or skill you could use that would just tell you how much everything is worth in the house, or the average value of things in the house now. Let's see, locked. We need a skill 100. Maybe we'll remember to come back and get that. Okay. So, I have an explosive ability there. Moving on quickly. We're going to want to disarm things by pressing the A button very fast. Which means we have to kind of see them coming. Seems like there might be a animal around here too. You're crippled, use a stim pack, sleep, or find a doctor. And see, we're still getting tutorials for things. Stim pack. Okay. Rad X or Rad Away. How much does a Rad Away actually get rid of? minus 100. Alright, well. Somebody's shooting at me. But I don't know who. Actually, since this blew up, that is probably a source of radiation now. Since I had said this earlier, but I'll say it again, the cars are basically running on nuclear reactors, so when they blow up, they become sources of radiation. And you can see in the top right there, we now have a crippled limb, which I guess we'd regenerate the limbs if we got our radiation up to like 400. I don't know if it's worth doing that. So, just put away our gun. I don't think there's actually anybody here. I think this is just a game of keeping your eyes open, finding the mines, and disarming them very quickly. It's not a body. It's just a pile of rocks. Problem there is, while they do have blinking red lights, they kind of only blink right as they're about to explode. And they have very short fuses. And that could be an accessibility issue. Certainly. Right. We have Arkansas. We'd have a named guy. Okay. There we go. Well, this guy is getting on my nerves, snipering me. Okay. He's dead. This is as far as they wanted me to go, is to get to the middle of the playground of the minefield. But I think there's definitely reason here to investigate further. So I'll go down the slide. Don't actually slide. And on one hand, you could complain about that and say, well, that's a shame that there isn't a better... Man. It's a shame there isn't a better system or a mechanic there, but also kind of don't care. It'd be kind of ridiculous to have people wasting their programming talents so that you could do a slide animation that you would only use in one location. Man, I'm blowing every opportunity I see. Maybe it's because my stealth metric is particularly low. That could be it. Let's see if we can get a local map. Benson's house, Gibson's house. I don't think we've been. There's one. Seems like they mostly put these mines directly on the road. There we go. Do I see any more over here? I don't think that's anything, no. I'm jumping around quite a bit for somebody that's crippled. Fire hose box. Take the fire hose nozzle. Don't know why. Oh, I guess you have to be in stealth when they're near you to disarm them. When I use a stim pack, take all these Nuka-Colas, take these cherry bombs. I guess we now see why the crutches exist. Also, in the bucket there, I assume, is an indication of a slop bucket. Oh, a toilet. It's funny they let me still jump. Being so crippled. I guess the real question is there really a lot of value I guess you should try in the middle as your second attempt. A lot of rounds. You can see his leg was fake. I think that's what they're trying to imply there. And that he was on a crutch. Possibly blew up his own leg with a cherry bomb. I don't know if there's anything more in that general direction until you get over to that area. Do we still have the well-rested status effect? Let's see. Yeah, well-rested. Stim pack. Raised some health and decrippled everything. It does seem to me like using a stim pack always will do that. Yeah, they've really made these mines in such a way that you won't be able to, you won't ever be able to catch them all. You'd have to be really good. You can see the game is taking its sweet time to do the animations because it won't stack the animations. Hockey mask. Coffee mug. Okay. Local map. We are at the Zane house. We missed the Benson house. And this house doesn't seem like you actually can get in here. You get these little dirt devils. Apparently the Ridgefield gate key lets everybody in. Always. Reward book. Seems like these layouts will be somewhat the same always. Am I ever going to find anything of value in an oven? Maybe. Wouldn't be surprised if there's some kind of weird quest to find forks or something like that. Something very mundane that you wouldn't even expect. Here we have another nuked out people. But yeah, that's kind of what you would expect to see, that even hundreds of years later, people have left corpses, or the bones have just become scorched and left. This one's a little tough. Man, it is gotta be something really like that. Yeah, we have a silenced 10mm pistol, and there might be an argument in having a silenced gun, but that's not really the way games would play. It's not really a way you could play this game very well. You can't shoot a radio and green plates. You can't shoot a radio or disassemble a radio and get things out of this. So you have another boy next to another teddy bear. It's almost like there's a consistency that teddy bears often are next to comic books to read. And there's a toy box in which there's not anything worth taking. We'll take the darts though. I kind of wonder if it's not a case where it says the darts have 0 weight, but they actually do have like 0.1 weight, and the game just kind of rounding the numbers more than it should. I bet that's not the case, but it definitely could be. Here you have a very broad-chested looking character, all alone. And the other one's in the bathtub. Yeah, and I guess the idea here is that this is supposed to be creepy. Except for the problem is almost any video game player at this point will have seen plenty of skeletons all over the place. These would be basically the same skeleton Draugr characters you would have seen in Skyrim all the time when they were walking around attacking you. I almost wonder if I should take these green plates. But there's just a stillness to it, really, not anything that really scares me or feels particularly creepy. Sure, they are balancing that out with the fact that there's a ton of mines on the road and positions to make you blow yourself up. But those are pretty much disconnected dangers. really think I probably should be picking up the lawnmower blades, but until I know why I'm doing that, I'm gonna just say no. Here we have a slightly different house. You can see there's a suitcase right at the door, so they were ready to go. They kind of fail here, though, to make it really matter that these houses exist. We also have a kind of weird situation where there's iguana on the stick in the refrigerator, as if someone else has made it and moved into this place, or iguana in the stick in the oven. They're no longer well rested. Yeah, that is potentially an argument for not bothering to rest too much. But we could definitely use that as a way of saving some stems. These buildings, these houses feel like the right size for a house, certainly. They're not too small or anything, but they definitely are too small to have any kind of open conflict in here. What you need is kind of crazy bandits that would rush you and attack you. Interesting, you cannot pick up these skates. But yeah. If you had something that would just rush and attack you here, and you wouldn't have a time to trigger the vats or shoot them, then you could see the danger. Or if they were just establishing the idea that there may be booby traps in houses, and so every one of these houses we walked into, maybe if it had some kind of mine or booby trap or something, then that would add some element of danger. Yeah. But you don't have that happen. So instead you have these two people dead for seemingly no reason. Like, I almost missed. Almost missed that one. Feel like I maybe didn't search this house as well as the other houses, but no, I think I did it. So we've now seen every house. We know that there's something interesting in Zane's house. World map wise, it kind of seems like we should go this way. And just... Is that really the direction we should go? Yeah. Seems like we should go this way and investigate a little bit more. And... stupid me. Is that another house that we haven't seen? Yes. I'll get at least one. Okay. So I'm seeing a house to investigate over there, though, although that may not be a full house. But now is a good time to take a break again, so we'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I guess we'll probably take breaks pretty much always. Alright, so we're going to try and not blow ourselves up while walking towards this building. I feel like the model of the house in that one house, that first house we were in, is a pretty unique item. Like we're not seeing duplications of that over and over again, which makes me heavily suspect that there is a major quest tied to that. We also have not been seeing a lot of shelters for worlds that have these Vault-Tec fallout shelters. It seems like only Vault-Tec fallout shelters exist, and they are massive shelters instead of just standard storm shelters under a house, or tornado shelters or things like that. One of the things I would think they could do with the Fallout universe is embrace the idea of multiple timelines so that you could see what the Fallout universe would have looked like had it been even a decade or two later, before the nuclear winter happened. The fact that everything really feels like it's stuck in the 1940s, 1950s is cool and all, but you've limited yourself to that one corner of the world. Yeah, it's just really crazy that we have this Ridgefield gate key. I think these are going to be ants. I'm getting a lot of darts. But, you know, we can definitely hear ants wandering around. So we're going to have some real conflict. That wouldn't have been a bad idea if that was always the case. That every house was just overrun with either ants or moles. It's just a rad roach. Like, is it even worth it to, like, one there? What's the odds? Like, at this point, it probably doesn't matter. And see, they can't even animate it nicely. Okay. So 3 rad roaches down. Am I just so far away from this? Yeah, potentially being overrun by a bunch of roaches would be more towards that Fallout feel, certainly. And we hear them. But then the roaches don't crawl on the ceiling. Anything here. Anything like that. You don't get any real verticality or on these roaches. So if they're above you, they sound like they're right next to you, which may be exactly what they intended. They don't crawl on the walls like real cockroaches would. They don't fly, or at least they don't seem like they fly. ridiculous. Then I'm having to go in the vats. That being said, better to go in the vats and save on bullets. Yeah. I suppose there is, if you were not playing this with vats at all, if you just did not know that that existed, it somehow passed you by and you had not figured that out at all, then yeah, you probably would run out of bullets very quickly. I don't see a scenario where you wouldn't be running out of bullets very quickly. I guess that goes to show how, even though this is a halfway step to trying to make an RPG game feel like it is an action game, since when you are still out of vats, it is not, it is rolling the dice as far as whether or not you actually hit something. So you can have your cursor dead on something, and if your accuracy and stats are too low, it still won't hit it. Whereas, arguably, if your cursor is dead on to it, maybe you can apply a little bit of a variation. Sometimes you'll randomly miss, but most of the time you shouldn't miss. It should be no question. Like, it doesn't have to be a 100% pure if your reticle is on somebody. It'll hit them, but it needs to be 90% pure with a 10% miss chance, where this definitely feels like it is much worse. What's interesting is these skeletons look like they're wearing vault uniforms. First aid box is empty. We're looking for a safe. We found a safe in every single other house. So I expect that there would be a safe here. Although we did find a book in this house, and maybe that's all we're going to get. Pre-war book. We almost missed that. Yeah, I could definitely see the idea of having the cockroaches in houses like this and just crawling all on the walls. Really creeping people out. Frankly, that would probably creep me out more than the skeletons, because the skeletons just don't mean anything to me at all. We searched the refrigerator, right? Oven. I guess maybe they just wanted to do something different and not have a safe in this house. Right. Let's see. Right. What can we see then? There's more mines. Let's look around this house. See if there's maybe some secret. No. I don't think so. Then yeah, this Gibson house kind of feels like we've been everywhere. Is the one that I think really has a secret behind it. And they've turned this entire city into a minefield area. Yeah, I definitely think there's more of a secret in here, but we're going to have to come back to it later when we have a lockpick 100, and we're definitely not going to have a lockpick 100 anytime soon. The only other thing I could do is maybe try and look around this way. And then just generally trying to see if not fast enough and probably not even pointing in the right direction. Yeah, we're gonna try and just wander around the outer part of this map and see if there's something, a building I missed. But yeah, there's just this named guy shooting at me called Arkansas. Or Arkansas. I guess it was Arkansas. Zane House. Gibson House. There's mine. Maybe for every mine we find, we'll get like 10 caps and possibly some gold. Some XP, so probably does benefit me a little bit to wander around and look. But I'm not 100% sure I haven't been in this burnt out building already. Then this road is kind of closed off. Danger. There's a dog. Game saw the dog, I didn't. You can pretty well tell that dog meat also is just a reskin of the vicious dogs. Let's see. Let's go ahead and just use a stim pack while we're at it. Doesn't really feel like there's anything more that way. We're getting the caution prompt again. But I don't hear anything. Something sees me, obviously, but I don't know what it is. I think I want to go this way and just investigate the next area. Like, as far as the local map seems to care, that is that. And I don't think there's going to be any more mines. See, this might be a Coca-Cola factory, a new Coca-Cola factory, which might start a whole nother quest. Or it might be a completely different factory. I'm a little turned around. I know there is a new Coca-Cola factory in this game, and this looks like this might be it, but it doesn't feel like it is in the right place. And I just walked right up to this building, and it still didn't consider it found. This might be... What are these? Blot flies, or bloat flies. So we do have a flying enemy. I don't know if I want to try and shoot those, though. Alright, let's just take these out. Bloatfly meat. Interesting, it wouldn't let me jump while the bloatflies were attacking me. This is MDPL power station. We have no reason to be at this location. So what's our inventory like right now? We could carry about 100 more things right now if we wanted to. But maybe that shouldn't be our limiting factor. Really. Maybe we should go back, get well rested, and because yeah, we have like this derelict power plant. We have no real reason to look at it right now. We had the minefield. We found the scrapyard, and we didn't have any quests to do, telling us to go there. Yep, I think we're kind of failing at this point to intelligently use our well-rested bonus and intelligently use our inventory.
What do you need?
See if we have any scrap
I
metal
sure
to
am,
sell.
Missy. What have you got for me?
Nope.
Okay.
Don't have
Well,
any
come
scrap
back when
metal.
you do.
It'd be kind of nice
Back
if
to work.
all of these characters were kind of in a more combined shopkeeper area. Like Skyrim has an area in that middle city that's a little bit better about that, where
How are those hot
there's
little potatoes?
a lot of
Or
shops
whatever. You know what I mean.
a few steps closer. Let's see. Let's ask, what do you know about Minefield?
They say it was a town called Ridgefield until slavers cleared it out. Now, it's supposedly cursed and just a death trap to visitors. Now, everyone calls the place Minefield and says it's a ghost town. Superstitious nonsense, of course. But that's how people think. You'll be fine.
Okay. Maybe we should ask about an android from Commonwealth.
Something about facial surgery and reprogramming its memory, but that seems to have been a hoax. Haven't heard anything about it in a long time.
Okay.
How are those hot little potatoes? Because, you know, they're on the ground. Anyway,
I guess you can
what's
press
up?
A to make it skip forward.
My very own landmine. Oh, just what I've always wanted. Well, always since I sent you out on this anyway. Now, tell me all about it. What was it like going through there? What's it like disarming a landmine?
Let's see. So this time we'll go with endurance, because that's an option.
Oh, well, if that's all, I'll just study this and hope there aren't any more explosions, shall I? I know you may not want to see any more explosives for a while, but obviously you know your way around them. Have a couple rainy day toys of mine. And looking at this landmine, it gives me an idea. It's a terrible device that does terrible things, of course, but it's easy to make your own, too.
So that's the first chapter done. We were given a schematics to make landmines now, which maybe we can now use some of our scrap and junk to make landmines for more value.
Yup, you've done a great job. I just need to add in the section on how to cook rat, and this chapter's done. Here, for your services, I've saved up quite a few stim packs. Of course, you may need them. We still got 2 more chapters to go.
All right, let's start researching the next chapter. And I could have had the well-rested bonus and gotten 10 10% more XP, which maybe that would have been useful. I don't think it really matters though. 10 XP is barely anything.
The second chapter is going to be a bit trickier, I think. It'll cover how to handle creatures out there, for better or worse. For example, repelling mole rats, learning about mirelurks, and when all else fails, how to handle being injured. So let's buckle down and get to work on this chapter. What's first?
Tell me about the
Mole
rats.
rats can burrow into almost anything and cause a lot of trouble. So I figured I'd make a chemical repellent stick for people to shoo them off. But I need it to be tested before I put the recipe to paper in the guide. So I need you to find some mole rats and test it out a bit.
Okay.
It'll be easy. One tap with the applicator and it overwhelms their senses with a sort of feel-bad sensation. Then they're gone before you know it. You could test it out on just a few mole ratties, but for real testing, try it on 10 or more. There should be plenty in the tepid sewers downtown.
Okay. And then let's sell some stuff.
Sure thing.
I think what we'll do here is just kind of sell some things. We're not going to really try too much. Like, she has no caps. Does she? So I can't even sell things to her if I wanted to. She hasn't refilled. I need to be able to buy something from her first. So, miscellaneous. My first infirmary. It's probably not enough to sell all of those. Frag mines. Silence pistol. This may be the second sniper rifle I've picked up. I should probably keep it though. What bullets does this use? 10 millimeters? So if this got upgraded and was silenced, it wouldn't be too bad. Let's just cancel a transaction. And then let's talk to her.
Try not to die.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do
I got my
is see if we can activate this, make a bottle cap mine, which would need a lunchbox, 3 cherry bombs, a sensor module, and 407 caps. Which, that seems like quite a lot. That's a lot of stuff. Okay, apparel. Let's increase our repair, first of all. Okay. I'm going to see if we can increase this. And so now the silence pistol is our gun, even though it's not as good as it should be. Which means I also need to set that as our gun. And I'm gonna start trying to repair these other items. See, roving trader outfit would be plus 29% condition. So, let me ask this. though. The roving trader outfit is barter +5. It wants to upgrade using the wasteland wanderer outfit, which is a different thing. Whatever. And that's still barter +5 though. Alright. Roving traveler outfit. I'm gonna put that there.
Oh, I can't wait to hear how the repellent's working. Wow, it repels them that much? I can't wait for your full report.
Alright, now let's see what he has,
Absolutely.
what she has for sale. We need to figure out how much money we can really get. And this may be a very high number. Let's see. Increasing speech +5 really doesn't matter that much. Okay. Still can't really read all of these things, which sucks. How much is that? Okay. Probably selling a dart isn't going to help you much either. Okay. My first infirmary would be 1767. If I buy that, I would still need 1228. So we're not anywhere close to that. We're much closer towards, say, something like this, where we could get a workbench. And seems like that's probably as much as we can get. And as far as anything we've sold to them so far, as far as items, I don't think any of it really matters. Let's see. We will take back the sniper rifle. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever use the frag mines. I could see holding on to the frag grenades. And then yeah, I still don't feel like there's anything really that important otherwise. Alright. So then the trade is just about these miscellaneous items. Let's see. We can't afford the infirmary. We can buy all of that. Then we could Sell all of the darts. Which barely seemed like that affected our money at all. Let's see. Sell the frag grenades, they're not worth it. Keep the sniper rifle. I think I'm willing to maybe sell half the stim packs. We used a lot, certainly, but I think selling 10 would be fine. We might even just sell 5. Yeah, let's go another 4. Yeah, another 3 would not cost us anything. Okay.
Good hunting. Good luck with that research.
So we're running out of opportunities to sell things, which is probably trying to teach us a lesson to not hoard as much as we have been hoarding. Let's see. Alright, we now have this workbench, and on that we have a bottle cap mine, a wrench, a hammer, and a hammer, which we can clear all of that off. We haven't found any bobbleheads. Let's see. Bottle cap mine. We'll want to sell that. Do we have a sniper rifle over here? Okay. Store that, store that. Store that. Store the stealth boy. Store that. Store that. Put all of our Nuka-Colas to turn them into ice cold Nuka-Colas. Take them out. Let's see. We'll want to get the well-rested bonus fairly quickly. Okay. Sniper rifle. Yeah, we now have 2 sniper rifles. Do we have any 10mm pistols? No. We can put another bottle cap mine here. Let's see. And then I want to put some of this other stuff over here. Bottle caps. Weightless, we might as well hold on to them. Nuka-Cola bottles. Pre-war books. Pre-war money. Here. Ice cold Nuka-Colas. And empty Nuka-Cola bottles. There. Okay. sleep for 8 hours. See, and this is bad gameplay mechanic here, because like you are wasting 30 seconds effectively to just get that well rested bonus every time. The last 10-20 minutes in real world time, which I appreciate that certainly, but let's see, we're gonna equip this repel stick. I don't know if I can find 10 mole rats out on the outer skirts of Megaton. I only found about 3, so we may have to run around the outskirts of Megaton and try this stick and then come back.
Welcome.
And we can see some giant ants tried to attack the city, and the Protectron saved us. Map wise, should also see that she wants me to go to the tepid sewers, and if that's where they want me to go for chapter 2, I may not want to really go that far. Like this distance, if we zoom out, is even further than that. And I feel like I want to kind of run in this direction and run in this direction and check some things out too, but in a lot of ways, everything may just be pointless. And we should maybe just follow the storyline. Like, we're not following the main storyline, so it shouldn't push us that close towards the ending of the game, but it feels like it will. Right, let's see how this works. Okay. So one hit makes their heads explode. Good to know. Now I'm looking for the third one. You hit them, 10 seconds. That may only be 4 or 5 of them. We may not get a full 10 by just running around the outside of Megaton. And it definitely does make sense why the walkthrough said to not kill those guys or do any damage to them. Alright, well, we made full circle. Or we've gone full circle.
Please, I'm dying. I need water.
Oh.
Oh, thank God.
I forgot this guy existed.
I need water, please. Water.
Let's see.
I've been drinking this irradiated shit, and I can't do it. I just throw it up now. I need purified water, please.
Okay.
Oh, please. If you find some, please.
So if we want karma, we'll come back and give this guy purified water.
Partner, try Moriarty's oldest drinks
probably have
Yeah, you need something?
probably can buy purified water from the clinic or the Moriarty Saloon.
You'd best have cancer because from the looks of you, you're breaking rule number 1 right now.
Let's see.
Not quite as good.
Okay. Yeah, all he has is medical things.
Bye.
So nothing there. Let's see if maybe she has some
Hey,
purified
I won't say
water.
it's all fresh, but it'll keep you going.
Nuka-Cola, I'll take that.
Enjoy. Have a good one, stranger.
I don't think the water treatment plant, though, would sell purified water. And frankly, I just don't want to deal with that at the moment. I'm going to have to make a bit of an executive decision here. I want to go check out Tenpenny Tower. Now, there is a slight danger in running towards Tenpenny Tower. That we will start a DLC quest. If it happens, it happens, I suppose. And we'll remind ourselves now, whenever we have purified water, we have found the person who wants purified water. It almost feels like this is set up in such a way that you would always have one person who would pay you handsomely and extra on top of their regular value for every single item. That there'd be somebody out there just looking for toilet plungers and lawnmower blades and things like that. It's not quite true, but it kind of feels like it's true. Yeah, a whole bunch of foliage just popped in. We're just wandering in a general direction and looking for any more facilities. Kind of feels like you should be able to go back to Vault 101 by now also, and that's definitely not the case. There's just such a small number of things happening. Probably would make some sense to stay on the road somewhere. Okay. I see a city this way. That doesn't look too terrible. I see these signs. These signs probably should be a lot more colorful. It really wouldn't make sense for them to be colorful, but just for visual recognition, it would make a lot of sense if they were. There was a game called Rage 2 that honestly had very little to do with Rage 1, but what just shot me? A blot fly. And I guess at this point it makes some sense to get that XP. And one of the things about Rage 2 though is that they chose to go with a very bright neon colorful art style. That I think visually probably helped play the people that did play that game. Unfortunately, I would say not too many people actually played Rage 2, and I think it's a pretty mediocre experience from what I heard. Wish I could talk from more experience about actually from the perspective of having actually played the games myself, but what can I say? I've been incredibly slow to play even old games, and that's why I'm playing Fallout 3 at the moment instead of playing even like Fallout 4. Oh well, I'm about to get blown up. Well, this is a death trap. Yeah. So you've got like a guy with a rocket launcher. I'm getting some weird effect on me. I don't know what that was. Like that very well may have been like part of the DLC. Like I'm just trying to figure out what town this is. Like we haven't even discovered what the name of the town is yet. What status effect do I have on me? Concussion. Okay. Well, that is something. I don't know if this guy is chasing me. Or if there are multiple guys and that guy just has a really low amount of health. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually might still concussed again. Jeez. Yeah, it definitely seems like there's a real danger. Notice how just empty that building looks. And mines are apparently just going to be a thing. So I guess it is just a case where you could have snuck up here and tried to activate the turret against that guy. 3 XP for defeating a turret. It's not quite a lot. Not really a lot of reward either for taking out that guy. I feel like the turret flew somewhere. And I would have been able to search that also for something. Yeah, it seems like that guy was just defending his point for no big reason. And maybe logically I should just always stealth into these areas. That didn't work.
Who's out there? Dead meat sack. Sup, princess?
Trouble now. Yep. Let's equip the Chinese assault rifle and start playing.
Stand still.
We'll do more damage. Although actually doing more damage is not even the thing that matters. We'll wait for these guys to come to me.
Don't kill me.
Come on. There's no reason not to kill these people, even if they say don't kill you. Come on, just hit the torso. So we level up. Is our health going to go up? Lockpick up to 40, I would say. Medicine probably doesn't really need to go up. Repair could go up if it probably wouldn't be terrible to get it to try that at 50, but small guns all the way up, I think. Meanwhile, let's see, what else can we do? Kind of don't care about melee weapons. Barter could go up, certainly. 15. We're putting some fairly round numbers here. Sneak could go up to 15. I think that's not too bad. Now, here we have comprehension level, which we were going to get that next because we'd gotten... We don't want to get Swift Learner. We want to get comprehension. And then we're done. And we kind of need to level up again just to make sure we can't get comprehension a second time. But I think we can probably also figure that out kind of fairly easily. I'm going to just stick to this gun. Because if we're running into people around here with rocket launchers and such, there's a high chance we'll run into them again. That did not heal us, that did not refill us, by the way. So, stats, use a stim pack. Well, rested effect did help. Still no real reason these ran away. Let's see, stats, skills, perks. Yeah, you can't toggle the perks you don't have to check if that's something that would unlock later, which that kind of sucks. Let's put on our repair stuff. Alright, our silenced 10mm pistol can upgrade, and now it's doing 5 damage. Let's see, missile launchers. Upgrade all of these as much as possible so we're not holding on to ridiculous amounts of stuff. Put a leather armor back on. I think there is some way at some point you can convert dirty water into like purified water. I think you can do that eventually. Fairfax Ruins. So Fairfield and Fairfax, I think, are both New Jersey. And if not, whoops. See, that's kind of the thing about Washington, D.C. area, is that it's all really connected and close to each other. And I imagine the general Commonwealth area of this game it has been even shrunk down even more than it realistically would actually be. You can see there's a whole bunch of nope, still can't use that gun. Yeah, it really feels like you should be able to lock in. It feels like you should be able to lock in the head as your preferred area to target, or it should just save the body part that you targeted last, because odds are well, we are about to die. Stem back, stem pack, stem pack. I don't know if I just triggered a bunch of frag grenades there or what. Apparently, I've now just accidentally entered the utility tunnels. Which I did not mean to go here. But why not? Seems like we have just found an absolute landfill of weapons. Which we will gladly take. We have a ticket to ride the metro, but I don't know if that ticket really is going to help us. We have an electrical switch. And yeah. I think we have to activate the electrical switch because there's nothing else here. We have accidentally wandered into things, and I think they want that to be the way things go. Is that you would accidentally wander into a whole bunch of areas and start quests and just have an amazing time finding new things. But yeah, what does it think I'm targeting when I'm just firing in general? Does it think I'm targeting? Ooh, I don't have an action point. Just make sure we kill her. She's really trying to slice me up with a... And it feels like if there's other enemies within range, I should stay in VATS mode instead of coming out of it and having to go back into it. This sound effect probably wouldn't be as iconic if it weren't for the fact that you are constantly having to move in and out of it. And at a certain point, things maybe became iconic simply because they were more repetitive than they deserved to be or should have been. Alright. I am at this point. Yeah. Kind of desperately in need of more stim packs. I kind of prematurely sold all of the stim packs, and I think the game even kind of recognizes that. How are we on gun bullets? Also, I think we're gonna kind of fairly quickly end up, let's see, overwhelmed and overburdened. Where does this take us? Is this... Oh man. I don't know if maybe our endurance is gonna be a problem. We just, like, probably couldn't even look at a local map that would help us too much. Unless this is to the capital wasteland. Okay. So we know that much is a dead end. Means we can investigate more this way. At a certain point I might want to just get irradiated to decripple myself instead of doing something else. Like, why would you go in the water here? There's nothing here. I guess it's a source to drink water if you need to drink water. This may not be as big of a area as it seems like it would be. But it could be, certainly. I should probably try to be a bit more stealthy about everything. I can't help but feel like I just don't know what I'm doing as a still completely intact cone, traffic cone. Yeah, I kind of just don't know the reason I'm doing the things I'm doing. I'm just wandering around because I fell down a hole. It feels like that's a big door. But I'm not expecting something like the Enclave or something at the other side of this door. Anything. May just be some more raiders. But I guess I wanted to go somewhere different and not just follow the main story. So, yeah. I guess that's what we had. That's what we did. As we went somewhere different. Alright, so there's just some straight up sewers in this area. Let's check our map. Fairfax Metro Station. Utility tunnel. Let's see what's this building. There's visual glitching there. A lot of pop in there. But it made a lot of sense to just have a fog of war that was closer to the pop-in. But honestly, that is just part of what they would have to do to adjust the scale of this game to make it work a little bit better. Like you have a game like Control, which I don't get to use as much of an example very often, where the entirety of Control pretty much takes place inside a single building, and yet they make the rooms very big, and that's one of the few things I actually did enjoy about Control.
Keep your head down, idiot. Raider incoming. If you're going to get yourself killed out here, you mind doing it further away from our bunker? I don't want your corpse stinking up our little patch of heaven.
Let's see. Thanks for the help. Who are you?
Defender Anne Marie Morgan with the Outcast. But all you need to know is that I've got a gun and a low tolerance for screwing around.
Who are you people?
We call ourselves the Outcasts, and we collect technology to preserve it from tribals and idiot locals. And before you ask, we were cast out from that company of zeros who call themselves Lion's Brotherhood of Steel. Way we figure it, if traders think we're too harsh in following orders, we're probably doing something right.
Okay. So, you collect technology. How do I sign up?
We collect technology, and most people want what we've collected. Right now, we're pretty much stuck defending this fort, but that won't be forever. Once we regroup, we'll continue our work and keep moving back west.
Now, I can pretty much tell you that this group feels like it would be just on the same level as the Brotherhood of Steel, but I don't even remember these characters, so I think they probably end up getting killed fairly quickly.
We aren't recruiting, kid. Old sap lions might trust walk-ins, but we don't. But if you want to help out, well, we might be able to work out a deal. You bring in technological devices, and we'll pay you a finder's fee based on the device. But Protector Kasdan would have to okay it first.
Okay.
Okay. But first you'll have to talk with Protector Kasdan. You can work out the details with him. Back to stare in awe at the outcasts? Don't you have something better to do, kid?
Okay. So we're looking for Protector Kasdan, which I assume he is probably somewhere over here.
I'm Protector Henry Kasdan, leader of the Outcasts. This had better be good. Normally, I wouldn't be wasting my time talking to a local, but Morgan tells me you can make yourself useful. So,
What kind of technology
collecting technology for
does he
us?
want us to find?
That's what I like to hear. You can start immediately. You'll report directly to me. I'll take in your gear and dole out your pay. Now get cracking.
Okay.
Let's see what you've got.
What are you looking for again?
Power armor, energy weapons, and all sorts of advanced technology. Even some junk like sensor units or spare parts can be useful. Some of it goes into the archives, some of it gets used to repair our own gear. Either way, it's better in our hands than lying around out there. Okay then. We were cast out for our dedication to the
Notice
true
that
goals.
this is not really...
Wanted to play hero to the locals instead of doing his job. We were
It's
proud
not really
of
starting new
so
quests.
We kept the name Outcasts and wear it with pride. A big fuck you to the old man. He may have struck our names from the Great Codex, but we'll be vindicated in the end, and our names will be restored.
We don't know anything about the Brotherhood of Steel at this point, though. We haven't even found them or talked to them. It does feel like you could get in here. It might be a case that if I sided with these guys, they might become the new Brotherhood of Steel. For whatever little that matters. Forward independence. Right. Back to doing what I want to do, which is just kind of wander around. There goes our well-restedness. I think we're also over-encumbered. Yep. I wonder if being over-encumbered also affects your well-restedness. Okay. The gun. repair the Chinese assault rifle. Wonder if spike knuckles actually would have been better than brass knuckles. Like, because these are kind of in alphabetic order when they really should be sorted in a different order. Let's see. Radar helmet with the damage. Oh, that's armor. It sure does feel like this should be doing more, though, when you're repairing things. Like, feels like you should be getting at least 1 XP for that. And really be allowed to make a real go at leveling up that way. That's how Skyrim worked, and maybe that's the problem, is that in Skyrim it was a little too easy to stand in front of a smithing station and just smith to your heart's content to level yourself up, when this game wants a little bit more violence happening. What is this? A telephone. Yeah, I don't know if I would really want to give the outcasts technology, though. Power armor. I suppose at a certain point, if you have 1 power armor suit, that's all you need in this game. Where I think Fallout 4 takes it kind of in a different direction, and every power armor suit is kind of unique. I'll also say that compared to even New Vegas, these cities are kind of nothing. They've made them fairly empty. Where, yeah, New Vegas, you would get inside cities and there would be at least some people. I guess there's always going to be some weirdness as far as maps. You'd think you could take something off of that. Right. There's kind of nothing being depicted in some of these locations. I guess I will have to ask myself, do I want to make a perfect local world map of every location, or do I want to just get on with actually playing the game? Because, yeah, you could get very obsessive with this, and you could try and walk around every area. But if I look down an area and there's nothing there, then there's just nothing there. Okay. Chain gate to the metro station. Nuka-Cola. Let's find out. Let's see if we can. do something with the metro without having the metro ticket on us. Looks like there's probably cannibals or raiders down here. Man. These mines. Well, that didn't work. It's just... I think maybe he decided to not follow. You see all these lights. And I guess they do a good job of distracting. Man. Four is probably too many stems.
I'm gonna tell you.
Okay. We may find that the metro station isn't something that would actually connect us to other parts of the city or the world. Repair skill needs to be 45 or higher to activate a rigged shotgun. Interesting. Yeah, the game is definitely giving us a lot of stim packs because it knows we're using a lot of them. Which, fine. That's fine. It's important to point out I am playing this on very easy. I don't want to get cocky and all of a sudden realize that or think that I'm doing really good on this game. I intentionally chose to play this game on very easy so I wouldn't run into frustrations. And so I am playing this on as baby a mode as possible. There's a lot of random space around here, which doesn't have anything on it. Yeah, it seems like this metro station might be collapsed. Lock 50. That sucks. But the good news is I think we will fairly quickly choose to correct that problem and have the lock higher. Lock picking higher. Take the jet. Just because we're trying to sell things. Although it's not like we have a lot of places to sell things either. Ironically, because I'm looking at all of these Fallout games many years later, all the Fallout games do feel a little small and a little underwhelming. Okay, well, that's collapsed, that's collapsed. So this part will not let you I guess that was the rig shotgun thing. Yeah, it is very weird. I thought there were more big cities and just more things generally connecting these big cities. But it doesn't feel like that's the case. So I think I kind of just want to look around a little bit more on the local map and see if we can map out this side of the city a little bit more. And well, that would be that way. Definitely don't want to fall down that hole again. Feel like we kind of have been over here. Baseball. Not a weapon. Baseball bat is a weapon. Lamplight Caverns. I don't think that means anything. It is just like shockingly underwhelming that there isn't a way you could clear out this and get people to move in at the very least. And maybe that's something Fallout 4 works on. Who is shooting at me? I can't tell. Nor is the bats telling me. Be kind of this direction. Or we could go that direction. Once again over encumbered. And there's kind of too much of a danger of there's too much of a danger of running this way and finding a different city, which that's what this seems like is going to happen, is that either they're considering this big open section not part of Fairfax, or was this Fairfield? Fairfax would be nah, I'm confused now. Is it Fairfield, New Jersey?
Help! This bomb is about to go off.
I don't know what I was supposed to do with that. Let's not attack the Enclave bot. We've only seen one Enclave guy, but he was in enough power armor to certainly convince me to be afraid of him. So yeah, I don't know what I was supposed to have done with a guy saying help, this bomb is about to go off. Let's see. Car dealership. Okay. So we found the car dealership in the overworld. We're running oddly more in this general direction. So it kind of feels like there's just a whole city here that we should investigate some more. And then at some point we may teleport back to Fairfax, Fort Independence. And yeah, that has set us up in a nice position to run that way. Now it's just a matter of, can we over encumber ourselves? And possibly get away from this area. Pistols. 10mm submachine gun. Well, that uses the same bullets and fires more faster. I think we've found the winner. Flamer definitely hurts you while you're using it. Frag grenades, frag mines, hunting rifles, missile launcher, place baton, repel stick. Alright. 10mm silence pistol does 5 damage, which means 10mm submachine gun is now our new weapon of choice. Let's see if we can run over here and find something. I don't think we will. I was hoping maybe this would have been a area to find. Really do think we're just gonna have to keep on wandering. Let's see what's in here. HP. But really just, there's nothing in here. You could have walked in from the other side. Okay. It's just weirdly not giving us any quests. I have to say. It really feels like we should be getting a lot more quests. Shouldn't just be able to walk into an area like this and have no reason to be here. I'm starting to get that feeling that the game might just be straight up broken. Because, yeah. I should be walking into areas. I should be finding people. I should be finding quests. Even if I'm playing it wrong completely, I should find something. Something that would take my direction and attention. Just once again, over encumbered. Empty desk. Filing cabinets are empty. Empty desk. These kind of typewriters. I guess the typewriters you could possibly talk into. Yeah, that's all that's here. Pre-war money, some empty things. I found one Nuka-Cola. It doesn't make any sense. Feels like there should be some kind of secret panel or switch. Feels like there should be a way that I could jump up here. But yeah, well, let's try that. Munition box. Here we go. Filing cabinet. Let's see what kind of garbage we have. Weight 1, value 5 is not worth holding on to. Weight 2, value 50. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. There's probably some other things that are not particularly value for their weight. Right. Yeah. We go up here and we climb the cars, run and jump. Oops. Did not mean to. Seems like am I supposed to climb up this? This sure doesn't feel like the way you're supposed to get up there. But whatever. Those gamers know this idea of manipulating things. That's another book. Let's see. Let's go and drop that baseball bat. Yeah, it doesn't seem like you can actually get up there. Yeah. A lot of what this feels like is that they have written this game and programmed this game and made it in such a way that you okay, there's an Enclave soldier. Let's see if we can fast travel out of here before we have to actually fight him. Alright, let's get out of here. I mean, if he really wants to fight me, we'll take him out. But then I would be over encumbered. Guess we have no choice. Though. 19 damage. 24 damage. Alright. Weapon is poor condition and can do more damage if repaired. You can repair your items in your Pip-Boy or by visiting a vendor to repair it yourself. You'll need to use parts from similar weapons. $25 XP for killing an Enclave soldier. And then we're back to being over encumbered. Okay. Sure is a lot of going back and forth. I still had the vault suit on. Really should be playing the whole game in third person perspective just for that reason. It's too easy to make mistakes. Okay. Chinese assault rifle. I may just have to pay to get repaired. I may not have anything else. Go ahead and drop that. Go ahead and drop that. Go ahead and drop that. Sawed-off shotgun's kind of expensive. Go ahead and drop the sledgehammer. Not really getting anywhere very far here. Do we have any miscellaneous things to get rid of? We need to lose about 40 pounds here. You can drop that one. Equip that. We can drop that. Motorcycle helmets in bad condition. But this is better, so we'll get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Did I lose the guy with the barter ability? I may have dropped the wandering outfit. That's how just everything is all around me now. And I assume it might despawn at some point. Or maybe not. Those items may just be in a little bit of a round circle around me for ever. We still need to get rid of 15 things. And so we can drop that one. Frag mines are not really even worth that much. We need 9 more things to get rid of. Let's see, baseball bat's not worth it. 3 for 95 versus 5 for 76. No, but I want to keep that gun. So. We may have to switch to using the assault rifle instead of the Chinese assault rifle just because there's just, I think, maybe more assault rifles we actually run into. I wonder if it's supposed to be a case where they're making it kind of obvious that the Chinese were funding conflict in this whole post-apocalyptic world. That might be what they're hinting at. 15 armor for these are not worth it. There we go. Back to Megaton. Yep. That would kind of make a lot of sense, is if the fallout wasn't really a war between China, maybe it was a nuclear war with Russia, which is kind of what you would expect would happen. And it was just China that was selling the weapons, maybe to both sides. This machine is empty. Do we have any Nuka-Colas we can add? Yes, we can. Turn them into ice cold Nuka-Colas. I don't think we're going to have anything anything that we can really work with. Alright. Submachine. Assault rifle. Brass knuckles. Laser rifle does 10. Laser pistol. Missile launcher. Plasma mines. Sawed-off shotgun. Silence pistol. Sniper rifle. Okay. Actually, we should come over here and grab just everything. And check again if there's any weapons that we can repair. Not just weapons, but also apparel. Like, this once again is going to get deep into that realm of potentially being able to repair a bunch of stuff and then it just not really mattering because you're just going to have too much yeah, this leather armor is like in terrible condition. Maybe I could sell a bunch of stuff and get caps and then repair. Well, leather armor does only 6, whereas Badland armor actually only does 12, so I don't even know why I'm keeping the leather armor at this point. And Blastmaster armor and Pain Spike armor are all the same. Okay. And then I want to do some slight research. I'm going to hold on to the metro ticket since we already have that. I want to do some slight research around reading the books, but then next time we probably will choose to read all the books. Alright. Bottle cap mines. We'll hold on to those. Chinese pistol we can sell. Flamer we'll hold on to. Frag grenade I think we'll sell some. They do quite a bit of damage, but I think they'd also hurt you. Frag mine I think we'll sell. Laser pistol, laser rifle. Both are very low level weapons. I think we probably should trade those. Missile launcher we'll keep. Sawed-off shotgun. We'll keep the one that's useful. We'll sell the other one. And sniper rifle, we'll keep that. Plasma mine. Also hold on to that. This Armored Vault 101 jumpsuit I should probably just get rid of. Also. Okay. I feel like I'm still potentially going to get over here and find out that Moira has no money. This guy's going to give me a insignificant amount of like caps for scrap metal, 1 scrap metal. I should have slept. Oh, I don't even want to talk to her, do I? Because if I talk to her...
What do you need? Well, all right. Let me count out your caps. Well, back to work.
So yeah, we'll go up to Moriarty's saloon and see if we can sell to him instead. There's a whole bunch of people.
Oh man, I'm glad to see.
Let's see.
Anything for you, friend.
Okay. So if I buy all these stim packs and then I start trying to sell things, I'm not going to really be able to do too much. Wow. Let's go ahead and equip one of these armors. Could I buy something that is weightless that has some high value? Not really. So I need to probably not sell so much to him. 63 caps. So we need something that's somewhere around 45 to sell to him. Or we just take the loss on it. Hmm. 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 We still got a lot. I think that's what I want to do.
See you soon, drunkie. Come back soon.
So not a lot of currency floating around in this area. This armor, it should be our new hotkey. We should equip it. This should be our new hotkey over here. We still have 159 of stuff. This should be our new gun over here. And this should be our new gun over here. So yeah, I want to go find some more mole rats, and so I'll make a special effort to run back and find more mole rats later. But I also want to see if being well rested would reset my health. Otherwise, I just need some stim packs. And I also have a whole bunch of things I still need to put away. Let's see. Put away that. Okay. And then at least dog meat's still alive. We can be happy about that. So yeah, I'm gonna put all of these here, all of these here. We'll get rid of that stuff later. Get rid of that there. We'll go ahead and put these armors all away. That gets us down to 75. These blood packs, I have no reason why I'm holding on to them. 30 water, I don't know if I have a reason to hold on to all of those. Don't really have a reason to hold on to those. That's 61. There we go, 53. So then the real question is, what is increasing our weight so much? Is it this really heavy Badland armor? Maybe. Is it all of these books? I guess it is. So yeah. It's not bobby pins, which we don't have a ton of those. It's not bottle caps, which we really would like to be able to convert those to regular caps. Otherwise, we've just collected a whole bunch of bottle caps for no reason. I mean, I could sell them, certainly, and try and get my money's worth out of them, but I still have, like, darts that I could sell. Well, we may have gone a little long today. The goal is to double check that we can read the books now. And I'll just look at all the perks. Once we've done that, I suppose I probably should just run maybe in this direction. I could see that being the case. Or we could run towards the tepid sewers. Also, we have that split choice, really. At least my crippledness will be fixed. As far as main quests that we have here, it's like these three are the main quests. And everything else here, I think are kind of DLC. So aiding the outcast, for instance, might be a example of something that we'll do because of DLC, regardless. We haven't been listening to any of the radio stuff. Alright, so let's check something here. Sleep for 8 hours again. That refilled all of our health, and we are no longer crippled. You can see none of the limbs are crippled. It doesn't reduce our radiation, but it does give us that well-rested bonus. Alright, so that puts us in a nice position for the next recording. I don't want to, though, I don't want to end up starting a new episode loading out and then loading again. We haven't found any purified water for the guy, though, so we'll have to think about that. And pretty much everything, even if it's just a dead body, is staying where it's supposed to be, or where it last was.
Need some grub? Try
Right.
some.
Do we still have that stick? I may have sold the stick. Nope, we still have the repellent stick. Alright, good to know. So, yeah. There is, now that we're on our own, and we've spent at least 2.5 hours, if not 5 hours, playing the game on our own, there is definitely some weirdness in that we're not really seeing breadcrumbs take us from one area to another area. And my memory seems like it was flawed, because as I'm wandering the wasteland here, the wasteland feels a lot smaller than it did when I first played it. Feels like I'm encountering a lot fewer people. It feels like I'm finding a lot fewer locations. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I did see somewhere closer to 60-70% of the game and just felt like I hadn't because there's just not that much on the map. I don't know. But we did kind of want an accelerated experience here anyway, so if we manage to just run around the entire map and we're struggling to find any more quests to do, and we're turning on the radio and even listening to the radio, then we might as well just move the main story forward and see if that maybe unlocks some things. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe we are still locked behind the gate with the main quest, and the game just expects you to do more with the main quest before it starts throwing out more challenges to you. Or maybe it's trying to level gate me, because it's not like we're getting a ton of experience. In fact, for an RPG, we're getting a ridiculously low amount of experience. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.